I want to get some legal perspective here on everything that we have learned, all of these developments within the past few hours. We're joined on the phone right now by attorney Rita Glavin. Rita, thanks so much for joining us here. I know you've been listening in to all the developments. We just read that statement from the SEC and the Enforcement Division Director there. Can we presume that the SEC is going to take further action here, or is Raj's biggest day today in this decision?
Certainly the SEC has been doing parallel proceedings with a number of these insider trading cases where the U.S. Attorney's Office brings an indictment, charges it criminally. The SEC will bring a civil enforcement action. As far as Raj is concerned, he's way more concerned about jail time right now, which is something the SEC can't cause him to get. And from the defense perspective, given that this is a pretty devastating loss for the defense, they are now going to be focused on the sentencing hearing, and they will be focused on fighting with the government over what the gains were from these trades, because that will drive the sentence that he gets. So I would expect to see the defense team already going to work on arguing at sentencing that the gains from some of these trades were not what the government is alleging them to be. And they will battle that out at sentencing, and it will be another issue for the defense on appeal. Keep in mind that the defense made a very spirited motion to keep the wiretap evidence out. And Judge Hallwell wrote a decision that gives the defense wiggle room on appeal. So the defense is looking at the sentencing right now and fighting it to get what they call the sentencing guidelines range that Raj will face as low as they possibly can. And then they will be looking to appeal to the Second Circuit the wiretap issue and most likely the sentencing issue and how they determine what, in fact, Raj gained through the trades.
Rita, I mean, at a minimum, we can assume, as you were talking about, obviously the criminal charges are the ones of highest consequence, biggest consequence to Raj in terms of jail time. At a minimum, with the SEC involved as well, we can assume Raj is not going to be a market participant ever again, right?
I think that's absolutely correct. The SEC can move for disbarment of Raj from in the industry, and they can also go for disgorgement of his gains. But you're already going to see that in the criminal sentencing phase, where they'll be arguing over restitution, fines, and the loss, what was in fact, say, the loss amount or the gain that he received through these trades. And in a case where hedge funds regularly move in and out of positions on stocks every day, I would expect to see at sentencing very spirited arguments by the defense over what the gains actually were, and the government just as spirited in their response.